if you're trying to level up in real estate, look around. The people around you are either raising your bar or even worse, they're pulling you back down. Jim Rohn once said, you're the average of the 5 people who you spend the most time with. I first read that in a book. Since then, I've heard multiple people say it, but the same principles apply. We all have a internal temperature or an internal gauge that we're naturally comfortable in, right? If you surround yourself with people that are taking actions that are higher than your internal temperature, you're naturally going to be drawn and pulled up with them. Maybe not at the same level, but you're going to be pulled up. And vice versa, if you're surrounding yourself with people who are taking actions, goals that are less than yours, you're slowly over time going to come down to their level. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I am saying is, if you have a goal, if you have something you're working on, if you are intentional about the people who you spend time with, if you seek out others who are working on things you're working on, or even better, doing more than you, that is putting yourself in an environment that breeds success, that can't help but pull you up. You can't help but learn a few things, apply a few strategies that you didn't know now to your future self, to the future of who you want to become, right? Now, if you think you know everything, your way's the right way, well, then you're going to be in the exact same place that you are now, because the actions that you're taking now have you exactly where you are now. You need to take different actions. You need to do things a different way. And even bigger than that, you need to believe or see things in a way that you don't currently see them right now. I say this from firsthand experience. My first 5 years with a real estate license, I was part-time. I knew I wanted to go full-time. I was barely doing any transactions, maybe one a year, and I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to gain traction, how to make this a career. It wasn't until I found others who wanted to share and were willing to help, who were doing more than me, who were willing to answer my questions and allow me to be part of their organization, that I started to make progress. I started to see things that I didn't even know existed when I was in another environment. Those same principles apply to business, sports, athletics, fitness. Have you ever wondered why those group fitness classes are so successful? Yes, we can all work out at home. Yes, we all know what to do. But when we put ourselves in an environment where other people are now doing those things, are doing it better, it becomes real, right? Your competitive juices get flowing. You say, hey, if they could do it, why can't I? Right? And then you start to talk to them about it, what they did, how they got started, and you realize, hey, everyone started from somewhere. No one is a finished product. Again, whether it's fitness, business, whatever. So having those conversations, seeing how they started, what steps they took, those conversations help us believe. The belief is what is priceless and important to getting us going, because if we don't believe, it doesn't matter what actions we are taking. They're not going to work unless we truly ourselves believe it, right? So if you ever want to just come take a look at a call morning where we prospect, at a role play session, at one of our in-person training, we're always doing in-person training. If you're in Connecticut and you ever want to try to surround yourself with other agents who are very focused on taking listings and building their listing lead gen business, come on down, see if it's a good fit. There's no obligation to any of this, right? If you come, you learn something great, go apply it on your own. If you think you want to learn more and you want to come back, right? I wouldn't be here if I didn't watch videos like this and learn from others who did it at a high level and were willing to pass it on to me. I want to pass on that same knowledge, things that I've learned, things that have worked for me, to others who want to get there. Now, the key is you have to want to grow. You have to want to grow your real estate business. I know you do, or you wouldn't even be be watching this video right now. So drop a comment below if you wanted to know when our next event is, when our next call morning is, role play session. You just want to stop by and learn a little more. My team and I, we are never too busy for a question, too big or small. We get calls, texts all the time from people watching these videos. We are always happy to help. So whether it's with my team or some other organization, find people who are going where you want to go. Surround yourself with as many of those as possible, because that is going to give you the energy, the accountability to have you keep showing up. And you have to keep showing up to get there, because it takes time, it takes consistency, right? If you just go work out in your garage by yourself, you're less likely to get that workout in than if you go to that group class where everyone's counting on you and expecting you. That gets you there each day. So not only do your competitive juices get flowing, not only do you learn things from others who are willing to do what you want, but you have some accountability. You get a little extra push instead of, I'll pick it up tomorrow, I'll pick it up later today. There's a time and a place that gets you there. And in real estate, it's not a magic pill. You're not necessarily going to learn anything that you haven't heard before in terms of how to take listings and create massive growth in your business. But you are going to learn the little nuances when you're around the right people. You are going to start to believe when you're around the right people. And you're going to show up more when you're around the right people too. Hope this helps.